get familiar. So if you don't know by now, then you should probably get familiar.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Bowling Fix. I am Nathan Brantley. This is Cory. This is episode 3. I apologize for the hiatus in content on our side of the coin. I done had some scheduling errors recently, but we're back in it. It's all good, and let's keep this rolling. I promise we're going to have a lot more content for you on a more regular basis here in the upcoming months. But this episode, we are going to discuss the preseason rankings and the results from Team USA trials back at the beginning of the month. But for starters, I would like to congratulate a good friend of the channel, Hunter Bennett, on his engagement. Congratulations, Hunter and Alex. I'm super excited for you and all the blessings in the world. Who cares if people try to say it took forever? Patience is a virtue, and you guys are awesome together. But back to the show. So we shall start with Team USA trials. The winners of trials themselves go to Kelly Kulick and on the men's side, Matt Rousseau, who is making his appearance after a gap year on the men's Team USA. And spots were awarded also to the amateur men's and women's winners, who were Brianna Clemmer and Cameron Crow of St. Ambrose. Anybody surprise you from, I guess, the winner aspect at all before we talk about the selections that were made there, not counting the application entries?
I mean, our boy Briley made it in.
He did make it in.
I was so hyped.
Exactly. That was a notification that I was okay with popping up on my phone. It was super exciting. And whenever you have a person who you know and you see on a regular basis in the bowls, it's always nice to see him get there. And living in Wichita, that is something that it's not like we're not used to, but it's always cool when a new person makes it on there.
Nice.
Yeah, most definitely. But as for anybody else who made it via the bowling portion of it all, got Michael Martell, Kyle Sherman, Nick Pate on the men's side. And on the women's side, we have Sydney Brummett, a former Shocker, Wichita resider. Lauren Pate and Shannon O'Keefe, which is kind of a no-duh because she's been on the thing since 2005.
She's a little good.
Just a little bit, some player of the years here, some majors here. She does what she can. Yeah. Coach of the next level women's bowling pro. They do what they can. She does what she can. But yes, as far as the people who bowled their way on who didn't win, any surprises? I'm actually really proud of Kyle Sherman for making it because that just proves that his push, all that ESPY the ESPY nom, the Player of the Year nod, all of that is coming to fruition because he's definitely still continuing his tear, and it's not just a fluke season.
Oh yeah, and last year, a year ago, he just came back from hip surgery.
The man's making some moves, and it's super cool to see all that.
Oh yes. Michael
Martell making it is cool because for the longest, in my opinion, he has been that person that has been humming around. He has his junior teams or whatever, but it's nice to see that he's still in the trenches making it happen on the grown man stuff.
Heck yeah.
But
he always looked like a grown man.
God, that beard is undefeated. It's Chance Rivera level.
Oh, yeah. Looking 40 when you're 16.
Yeah, his youth eligibility seemed like it lasted forever, all because of his beard. That's the way I look at it.
I very much question those days back in the youth days.
Yeah, it's hurtful when you keep getting bent over by the same dude who you want to sit there and re-rate his age, but you can't because it's probably because you're just jealous.
Yeah.
But let's segue on to the preseason rankings. Flow Bowling put out some rankings discussing the season, the 2020 season. They put out a top 20, and there's some surprises, and there's also some, of course, they were going to fit there. They're going to fit there. Bemo at number 1.
Oh, of course.
It's not really like you're going to put anybody above him, especially seeing his level of consistency and winning.
Is water wet?
It's basically that level of greatness. That's what all you can do. That's all you can call it is greatness. A personal surprise for me was Sean Rash at number 2.
Maybe 6 years ago.
He is.
Yeah.
He's
gotten better.
He has. Yeah, he has came back, but number 2 seems very generous. I would top 20. Yes, for sure, top 20.
I
but
top 10.
Yeah. But number 2 that's up there. That is up there.
I want to see it so I can believe it.
Yeah, and especially with the switching brands,
Yes.
global stuff does roll completely different than Brunswick stuff does.
Especially if they're growing Brunswick stuff for, how many years?
Since the dawn of time.
Yeah.
Because college and pro staff alike, since the dawn of time, he has been throwing those balls. And it's going to take a little bit to get used to the global equipment because it's a different shape. Every company brings their own unique shape into it. So I'm not saying it's impossible because really good bowlers can strike with any brand. But it's going to be something different in, I'm going to say, the transition stage. Because transition is the time in which knowing your ball motion is very important. Mm-hmm. So unless she's been practicing nonstop with those balls, he's not going to be, I guess, the most educated on what ball's going to do what in transition. So that's where the ball reps can come in handy. So hopefully...
He's going to be listening to Chris Barnes a lot.
Yeah, hopefully. The end-all, be-all. The Toyota. He should be listening to him. But I believe Bill O'Neill was number 3. Is that correct?
I like that.
Okay, yeah. I would put him above Rash. I honestly don't know who I would put in the 2 spot.
I'll put EJ. I'm a big EJ fan. That's probably biased.
Okay, that's fair. And I'm not saying that I have an issue with EJ. I am a fan also. But with his, I guess, workload like recently, he hasn't warranted a number 2 to me. I would put Bill above him in the number 2 vote. And then people like Chris Prather, who, what is he on the list?
Ooh, I'm moving him around. I think he's 9th.
Okay. Yeah. 9th, yeah. So
Shark on fly.
I would definitely put him a lot more north on that list. And I guess dwelling off of the number 2 subject, another person who is I wouldn't say that they're out of the top 20, but I wouldn't put them as high in the top 20 as they are, would be AJ Johnson. Another person who is experiencing a change in equipment due to brand switching. He hasn't shown the success that I guess was forecasted initially. And this would be the third brand, yes. I believe, yeah. Storm, EBI, and then Motive that he has touched on. And I do understand that, there's a lot of good balls out there, and once again, good bowlers can strike with whatever you put in their hands. But it is going to take some time to get used to, and if he already wasn't firing on all cylinders with balls that he had been throwing for 3 or so years, I don't believe that the brand is the thing that's going to get him over that hump to make it so that he can represent a top 10 in the preseason rankings. Now, given I do understand that these are just rankings and these are personal opinions, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're just giving our personal opinions. But
top 20, but the 10th spot was a little high for me.
Yeah. Like a person who's a lot lower than I think they should be, Francois. Why is Francois at number 19? And why is Norm Duke at number 18? Someone help me understand how the man, the myth, the legend, Norm Duke did what he did last year. And somehow, somebody somewhere thinks he's just going to fall off a cliff suddenly.
With more dual patterns.
Yeah, the things that he dominated all last year. Back to back even. And you're telling me he's going to fall down the mountain and get to 18?
Beating Belmo, one of them.
I don't understand. And then Chris Barnes. Consistency is key, and he is the definition of consistency. And he's going to be in the race. If it's there, he's going to exploit it. He's going to make it happen. 14, I do kind of feel like it's fair because he has some times in which he's firing top 10 level, and
there's other times where
he's a little bit lower. I think he still has some mustard left. I don't think he's done.
When the Vince Carter years.
Okay, I would.
Or is that too far?
It's too far. That's way. I would say that's too far. I would say Iggy. I would say
right.
Iggy. Yes, that where
Still got a lot in the tank.
A lot in the tank.
Some rest because you're a little old.
Yeah. Most definitely. Late Tim Duncan type of thing. Like he's got it.
You're gonna sell those back to backs, but you're gonna do good on the.
Yes, when we put you in, you're gonna make it happen. Jesper being 16th.
He's gonna have a renaissance. He's gonna have a
I need him. I don't know. I want him to, because I'm a big Jesper fan. I want him to do so good.
Like he's gonna control these dual pattern tournaments.
It's just
under
so
the radar.
much because throwing urethane on 45 feet is fun if you can make it happen. But sometimes urethane on 45 feet isn't so nice to you, especially later in the block. But another person where I'm confused on who made this list and who thought this was okay. Tommy Jones being 17th.
Oh, top 5.
Someone send help. Please. Someone send help to me. I need a cited essay to tell me where it's okay for Tommy Jones.
Where does this research come from?
Send help, please. I need it in the form of writing, an email, something to tell me why the man who just given it's a modified house shot condition Bolero Elite Series. This man is throwing balls that he hasn't thrown and decided to run over the field in the Bolero Elite Series. Yes, came out with 100K laughing at people, and you're gonna put this man 17th? It's okay. To each their own. I'll respect
he's
you.
Hall of Fame Monday too.
But he's 17. But he's 17.
Still
One at the hardest tournament of the year after ditching it, and you're telling me he belongs to being 17. So, once again, to each their own. Let me simmer down. But this don't make any sense.
That's straight blasphemy.
In our absence, we have decided to fill the channel with content in the form of top 5 videos of the best balls from each brand and or umbrella of brands for the year. So far we have the Motive video out, the EBI video out, the 900 Global video out, and the Brunswick video out. And coming very shortly, the Stormin Rotogrip video will be out. So keep tabs, hit the subscribe button and the post notifications for the Bowling Fixtures channel if you want to get a taste of our opinion of the top 5 balls of 2019 while you're awaiting the next episode of Re-Rack to drop. So, back to this list. I'm over the TJ thing, I think.
Hopefully.
In the perfect world, yes. Hopefully is the thing. Number 12, Marshall Kent. That's another I don't know. That's another you have the ability to be top 10, top 5 even, but then there's sometimes to which you're below the top 20. That's
he's like always there, and then I don't trust.
He's making a lot of cuts, and then after the cuts, I'm not sure, but making a lot of cuts.
Part, but then after that, it's a little suspect.
A whole bunch of cashers rounds, a whole bunch. So
even the TV show.
Yeah, I guess I don't know, because if you have Marshall Kent at 12 and you have Tom Doherty at 13, that's a lot of difference.
Yeah,
in my opinion, that's a lot of difference, because Doherty's not bowling bad, but he's also not bowling incredible.
Great, yeah.
So that is kind of fair, because he's also doing making a whole bunch of cashers round things, but then to have Marshall and Doherty at 12 and 13, and then to have Jesper at 16, that's not a big space. And once again, those people are doing kind of 3 different things. But then to have AJ Johnson above both of those two, when AJ Johnson's not doing what those 2 are doing, or those 3 are doing, this is where my confusion with this list comes in. But who am I? Who am I?
I do like that dark horse at 20. Jason Sterner?
Yes, he, in the difficult stretch of the tournaments, the summer swing, he definitely made some noise. Some noise that probably wasn't actually researched and cared about, but stay tuned.
It wasn't the most flashy stuff.
Hey, if the pins fall, you can leave all 10 on the deck.
Oh yeah.
Hey, they fell. It's an X up there. That's what I like to. As long as the nickel and the dime falls, we're in there, baby. We're in there. But yeah, the biggest struggle of anything that I've ever had to do. That's my goal whenever I step on the lanes, to get the nickel out. But yeah, I definitely, I'm excited about the list. I'm excited about the season. Right now we're sitting looking up the results for the Hall of Fame Classic. One thing,
Packy up there.
Yes, one thing that still has not changed since we've last recorded. Mookie Betts is the best bowler in baseball.
Yes.
Gotta throw that out there.
Easy.
Yeah, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Getting a commissioner exemption to bowl. I did see some traffic on one of the discussion boards I was talking about, where people are very upset about Mookie Betts getting an exemption to bowl the tournament. And at the end of the day, it's not really that big of a deal, in my opinion.
You want the sport to grow. Why don't you take...
Logically speaking, aren't even
that bad.
It's not like they put him in a major.
Yeah.
And it's not like he's not solid.
I don't even think he's dead last.
He's not. And
he's like the middle of the pack.
So it's not like he came out and did bad things.
I'll dual packing soon.
He has a 300 at the World Series. It's not like he doesn't know how to bowl. That's more PBA 300s than a lot of other people have.
Yeah.
So I don't understand I do understand where they're discussing the PTQ situation, where they could have taken top 8 and gave Mookie spot to the 8th person, but it's a commissioner's exemption.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of set in stone. There's people who got in who, if you look at the roster, you could ask, well, why did they deserve to get in and why didn't they bowl the PTQ? So it's all here nor there. Yeah. It's just how it happens. You want to grow the sport. You have some people outside who are very interested in the sport. So you can't sit there and grow the sport without having people who love the sport, who have a different fan base, not participating. It's the number one participation sport in the country. So why would you not want someone to come in and grow the sport? Because if you grow the sport, then you can keep doing things. You can still be having the fun and enjoy it the way that you already do. More people like the sport. More people watch the sport. More people do the sport. The sport makes more money, and the sport can keep going. So if you don't want the sport to die, there's some sacrifices that have to be made. And in my opinion, bringing Mookie Betts into a tournament and letting him bowl is not the end of the world.
No.
Because then if you come and let him bowl and he ends up winning, that could hurt the sport, but it also could spice some things up. So it's not the end of the world. Please leave them alone. Please leave Mookie alone. It's the offseason. Let that man do what he wants. There's bigger fish to fry in baseball right now. And if he wants to decompress from his manager getting fired by throwing some nuggets down the lane, you better let that man live.
Oh, yes. That's a whole other topic.
I'm just saying, let that man have some bowling therapy. He can't have any swing juice, so let him just get some bowling therapy with his buds. He's enjoying himself, so let him enjoy himself.
Oh, yeah.
But we did tap on the Bolero Elite Series earlier. This is the third round of it, I believe. As I said before, Tommy Jones came out with the W.
Second pro to win it?
Mm-hmm. Because that lefty who somehow just throws idols, he wanted the But yeah, he trusty steed of the idol. He won the first one, and the last two have been won by pros. And it's a fun time. I'm glad that it's still a thing. I'm glad that people are still giving it the consideration and admiration it deserves. I'm jealous that I don't bowl anywhere where there's a Bolero, so I could attempt to get my soul taken in the qualifying to make it on this show. But it's the principle of the whole thing. I just want to have the opportunity to do it.
I'm losing on TV.
Exactly. Yeah, no big deal. No big deal. I'll shoot 160 with the lane that's lit up more than a makeup mirror. But, you know, it's no big deal. It's the principle.
And I'd love to bowl Belmo on TV.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be super cool. Or even hang out with the pros. Just a very nice, chill environment. If you take second, you still catch a check. I'm just saying, old buddy, that lefty caught a check. It's a fun time. It's a fun time.
I'll take money from you.
If you hand me a big check for losing by 100 to a pro on TV, I can't tell you that I'm all right. Oh no!
I could magically screen like or string like 6 in a row.
Shoot, I'll hit that 1-2 pocket real hard. Yeah. That 1-2 pocket and me can be best friends real fast. Don't you fret.
Oh yeah,
I'll run a 7 bagger of Brooklyns for this W. No big deal. Hey, the 1-2 has better carry anyway. Shouts out to the lefties. I'm just going to say that. The 1-2 has better carry anyway. Yep, you aren't going to leave a whole bunch of 8 pins if your ball takes it out on the 1-2 side of the pocket. Now, 10 pins, I can't attest because I've sent plenty of racks at the 10 pin and it laughed at me funny. But the 10 doesn't fall in the 1-2 or the 1-3 pocket for your boy. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I don't know when the next Elite Series is going to be. I don't know where it's going to be held. Of course, since this one just ended, they haven't, at least to my knowledge, put out the schedule for the next one. But I'm looking forward to it. I feel like it'll be a cool time. But
probably close to the summer swing time. PBA season.
Most definitely. I feel like that's what they're doing. I feel like they're pumping out about 2 a year.
Yeah. Especially since they own the PBA now, because they're not.
They could do whatever they want, and I hope they keep it pushing because now they deserve it.
Oh yes.
But I also hope that this acquisition, along with other ones, doesn't mess up anything.
Yes.
I hope that this influx of money is going to make it so the PBA becomes a lot more spicy. From what I've seen and what I've heard, people are very excited about this acquisition, and it's going really smoothly. Between Fox and Bolero, it's a good time. So on our next episode, we are going to discuss the results of the Hall of Fame Classic, which, as I said, is occurring right now.
Go Pack Go.
Yeah, the friend of the channel, Packy, is in 7th after qualifying. Good luck to him in match play. We'll be on the lookout, and hopefully we have some good things to report, some checks to be cashed.
Probably have to get through Norm, though, so
yeah.
Wish him luck.
Number 18 on the list, Norm Duke.
Yes.
But yeah, next time we'll have that to talk about, and I'm sure something else will pop up in the bowling world. We'll probably have some collegiate stuff to discuss. And yeah, so for now, I am Nathan Brantley. This is Cory Clausing. This is Re-Rack. Please like and subscribe. Enjoy our content. Let us know if there's anything we need to fix. If you're mad that we haven't been posting as much, let me know in the comments. Please let me know. I promise not to get better. I'll simply get better. But yeah, once again, Nathan Brantley, Cory Clausing. We'll catch you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, post notifications, all that. We'll be back soon.